And I'm the first person. First time I've been on live on time, shall I say. First time I've been here. And we have a person who is there. Greetings, one and all in YouTube land. Who is in the house? And is the sound okay? I shall wait for an answer. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Could you, well, don't worry. Are you going to close that door? I'm just talking to my lovely assistant. Okay. Oh, we got 3 people here now. Who else is here? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Anyway, what's the word on the street? We are all good, Mike Thompson. Very glad to hear that, mate. I'll just get my live chat set up on the old computer, and it's easier for me to read. So, Mike is all good. What have you been up to, Mike? Anything exciting? I apologise if the swallowing is too loud with the microphone. Someone said a little, I'll move it a bit further down, but someone said a few weeks ago, it was disgusting hearing me swallow. Well, there you go. I'm a disgusting man, quite clearly. Oh, a noisy Ellen coming by. I told you shouldn't have eaten those beans. It was a joke. Well, I've now got 4 people, 2 likes, and no one's talking to me, Ellen. This is no good. It's not that kind of thing. We need interaction. Checking flights. Where are you flying from? Which airport are you looking at? From where? From A to B, but where is A to B? That is the question. Mike's got the #1 crown. How long will he keep the #1 crown for, I wonder? I can only see the crowns on a laptop, but they move around. But you've got a good start there. Right, here's someone else. Neil Richardson. You sure it's not Ellen swallowing? Oh, come on now. Come on now. I'm sure it's not, because her name is Ellen. Drop the H. And you might be onto something. But very loud with her bodily functions at times, Ellen. I'm trying to get her rise, but it doesn't work. Mike Thompson, Heathrow to Bangkok, then Manila. Which airline would you be doing that with? That's not a bad route to go, coming over here. Andrew Sees, I cottage pie. Good health to you, mate. Thank you very much, Andrew Sees. I don't recall seeing your name on a live stream before. Welcome. And if I have seen it on a live stream before, I apologise for forgetting. Welcome on board. Mike Thompson, Qatar. Yeah, they're a good airline. I've flown Qatar a few times. Interesting that you would go Heathrow to Bangkok and then to Manila, because I didn't know you could fly direct with Qatar to Bangkok. I never used to. None of them did. When I lived in Thailand, the only 3 airlines that went direct from Heathrow were British Airways, Thai Airways, and Eva Air. They were the only ones. Everyone else, you had to go to a hub and then transfer. So it's interesting that Qatar has started flying direct, because that's what threw me when you said you're flying straight to Bangkok. I'm thinking, well, it can't be Qatar or Emirates or any of that, because they don't go. But there you go, I was wrong. Never been here, Tar. Andrew Sees. Well, welcome on board, mate. Welcome on board. Fuck it all. I can see the white lady in the reflection behind you. Is she there for Ellen? It's not the it's not the white lady. It's not the white lady. We're not scared of the white lady. It's the little boy that runs around in the early hours who died in a terrible accident. That's what we're worried about. No, we don't care about the old lady. The little boy who taps on the glass. Anyway, I've got to stop that. because she's been very brave recently, but there have been a couple of mornings where she's got up for work and I've had to get up and lie on the couch while she's working because she's scared to be in the living room by herself. So stop this bullshit trying to scare her. It does me no favours. Mike Thompson, no, I will stop over in Qatar. Yeah, okay, then that makes sense, yeah, because there's lots of them. There are very, very few. There may be some more now, but there are very few that flew direct. I'm not sure if British Airways does anymore. It did, but then I don't know if it ever recovered after COVID. Sure, Eva Air still. Eva is a good airline, but and I quite like Thai Air. Is it Thai Airlines or Thai Airways? Thai were good. I used to fly Thai. Last 6 or 7 times I went there and back, I used Thai. So we got Farketall, we've got Mike Thompson, we've got Andrew Sees, a new face in the house. We've got 11 people and only 3 are talking to me. Have I done something to upset you? Where are the usual members, the additional usual members? There's no Glenn, there's no Jim, there's no Plaster Finger, there's no Jackstar, there's no oh, here we go. Tim Murray, hello everyone. Hello Tim, there you go. One of the usual faces is here. The Ugly Tourist. I knew. I knew. You mean you're new? Well, welcome on board if that's what you mean. Welcome to the Ugly Tourist. How ugly are you? I'm sure you're a very handsome man with a handle like that. You're just being sarcastic. Jim Prendergast, I am here. The Ugly Tourist. I'm new. Well, there you go. Welcome. Plastered Finger, evening all. Glad to see you plastered. The Ugly Tourist, very. Andrew Sees, anyone mentioned you look a little like Terminator 2? Mate, I get told every week I look like something. No one has ever mentioned that. I think I need a haircut. With this hair, I think I look like Harold Lloyd with these glasses on, but no one has ever said I look like the second Terminator. Someone told me the other week in the live stream that I look like Tom Hanks. And a girl told me many moons ago when I first got here that I looked like Chris Martin out of Coldplay. I'm thinking, I don't know where they're getting these from. When I was younger, everyone used to say, and I mean everyone, lots of people said I look like Martin Kemp. And that was my nickname when I first joined the Air Force, Reggie, from the film. I don't look like him now. We've changed. He's aged much better than I did. But apart from him, there's never been anyone that people have said I look like. When I had my hair shaved in a wedge, some people say I look like Vinnie Jones. But anyway, there you go. Scott Keane, good evening, Simon from New Zealand. Good evening, Scott. Welcome to the party. Tim, the plastic surgeon based his looks on me. Did he really? There you go. Greetings, one and all. Glenn is in the house. Tim Murray, LOL. No, I'm sure he did, Tim. I'm sure he did. Andrew Sees, LOL, the metal liquid dude. Yes, that's, yeah. I know the one you mean. I quite like the idea you're saying that because he was quite thin and lean and I'm feeling quite fat and overweight these days. So I like the fact that you are associating me with someone who was particularly lean looking. You've never seen it, Terminator 2, have you, my lovely? No, I don't think you've seen Terminator 1. I don't know which one. Jim Prendergast. Hi, Simon. Any luck on bingo for Ellen? No, we didn't go last night. I was very ill yesterday. I don't know if it was something or a reaction to the tablets I'm on. I went out the night before and I shouldn't have done. I'm not proud of it. I've got to stop my drinking. I got really drunk and I shouldn't have done. And it was unnecessary. And I really am going to level it out now. It's not good for the prostate, all this alcohol. But the next day I woke up and God, I felt god awful. I couldn't move and now I can't really. Something's wrong with me. So we didn't go last night. But I'll give it another couple of days. And if it doesn't sort itself out, I'm going to have to speak to the doctor again because I'm worried it might be a side effect from these new tablets. So we didn't go last night to cut a long story. That was a long answer, wasn't it? To a simple question. Adam Fente, hi everyone. I hope all is well. Hi Adam, how are you, brother? Jim, hi Glenn. Plaster Finger, my internet is a bit Pinoy today. There you go. You got a laugh from Ellen and a laugh from me. Glenn, hi Jim. Glenn, sorry to hear about your health issues. Get well soon. No, thanks, mate. I feel a lot better today. I feel a lot better today. It was a strange one because I just couldn't get out of bed. I was just exhausted, and I did get out of bed. I was just dizzy for like the whole day, and I kept seeing my eye vision started going. I had a friend come round, and I had to lie on the couch because I'd arranged a meeting. I forgot. I'd lost track of time, and I just couldn't. I had no energy to move or anything. It was awful, and I felt better. But since then, every time I eat something, I've got a burning sensation in the top of my mouth. It's weird. I've never had anything like this before. Anyway, Scott Green, pills might be too strong. I don't think they're too strong because I'm only on 400 milligrams and they can give you 800 milligrams. But some people get side effects, things, don't they? Anyway, it might not be that. It might be something else. Only time will tell. I hope it's not that because I've bought bloody 3 months supply of these bloody things. If I'd known there was a chance that I might have to stop taking them, I'd have got a shorter supply. Adam Fenner, all is well. Pissing rain today here in Siem Reap. I think we might have. I think our rain season might have gone now. It hasn't rained quite so much for the last few weeks, is it, Alan? Are we still in rain season? Are we still in it? When does it go? Have you ever seen anyone look as uninterested as she looks, just sitting there? You know, it's like, you know, no, don't even know why she's there, just to distract me. But yeah, I tried to get an answer out of Ellen as to when it stops, but I didn't get one. How heavy is the rain there, Adam? Do you have brownouts? Does it put the internet down? Jim Murray, when I stayed in Angeles 18 years ago, the British guy in the room next door brought back a different ladyboy every night. I still wonder what they did 18 years ago. Am I abnormal? Well, if you touch yourself while you think about it, then you probably are. If you just think about it, then I don't know what to say about that. Although when I moved to Pattaya to start off with, I was in a place just opposite Soy Diamond, virtually bang on Walking Street, which wasn't too far from Boytown. And I didn't know there was a Boytown there when I first moved in there. I only moved in there because the guy who owned a bar I used to drink in lived in the apartment next door and he got me in. And there were a few of us who were long-term residents, but most of them were transient. And I realised shortly after a couple of weeks, most of them were gay, which I don't have a problem with. But you would see these guys like, 80, 90 years old who could barely walk coming back, at night with like an 18-year-old Thai rent boy or whatever. And I'd often sit there and think, what do they actually do? What do they get up to in there? And then I think, I don't really want to think about that. So I get where you're coming from. Adam Fenton, also, I gave my landlord my notice to leave at the end of the month. I have my hotel in Phnom Penh booked for the first 2 weeks in November. Well, enjoy Phnom Penh. Have you got your deposit back? Or did you not pay a deposit? I was ready to go to war with my landlord over, we're having a dispute now about the electricity bill. Yeah, I made a right fool of myself. I said, I'm not paying the electricity bill until I get an assurance I'm going to get my deposit back. And he said, you haven't paid the deposit. And I looked at the contract and I hadn't. And it was a month and so because we hadn't paid that last month anyway. So I didn't get stitched on my deposit. I just looked a little bit silly. But now, anyway, I'm not going to go into too much detail. Andrew Sees, I was in Angeles City in April, mate. My mate lives there. I'm in Adelaide, Oz, a city where the party never ends. Not sure I'd be disciplined enough to live there. What is required to retire in the Philippines? What is required to retire in the Philippines? Not a lot. It's a very easy place to retire. It depends how you want to do it, mate. There are certain financial requirements if you want to get a retirement visa, but a lot of the people here, like myself, we're just on the tourist visas because you can keep extending your tourist visas for 3 years. After 36 months, you have to leave and then you can come back again after a day and start it all over again. So if you're going to do it that way, there is no requirement. If you're going to retire and get a retirement pension, visa, then it depends on your age. There's different requirements. The younger you are, the more money you need to deposit in the bank, etc., etc. But if you've been in the military, that's an option. You get military retirement visa here, which is very good. If you're married, you get a marriage visa. It's a very, very easy place to retire to if that's what you want to do. I've never been to Angeles City. You have, Tim has, so you've got the advantage of me. Hi, Ellen. Jim says hi. He says, well, say if you, I'll turn it around unless you say hello. Say hello loud enough. Say hello loud. She wants me to turn it around. You can tell because I just said say it loud enough to say hello. And she didn't. Hello, guys. No, it was Jim that said hello. God, it's like living with a child. It's I'm still a child. You're not. You've not been a child for 28 years, my lovely. Anyway, Ellen says hi, Jim. At least had 50% off on the pills. Yeah, that was very. I'm starting to worry a bit more about that guy now because it's all seemed great at the time, but you start to think, well, he's clearly only prescribing me that pill because he gets a kickback from the provide, the pharmaceutical company. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm not going to overthink it, but I thought it was a great experience. I thought it was wonderful. But then I'm sitting there thinking, I saw him. He never asked me if I had any history of cancer in the family, or he never asked any of the questions other doctors asked. So you start to think, was he as good as I first thought it was? Glenn says hi, Ellen. Say hi loud. I'm turning it around again. Hello. Glenn. There we go. Adam Funte. So far in my 6 months here, there was only one brownout back in June. Lasted maybe half a day. I hope I get my deposit back, but I used a real estate company for my apartment, so probably will get it. Well, there you go. Should do, but they have a habit of making it very difficult. Or their policies, you don't get it for 15 days or 20 days, or whatever, because they're hoping you're out of the country and they can't transfer it. But I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Andrew sees tar. Tim Murray, 18 years ago, bar fine was 1,000 to 15,000 pesos. Now I hear it's 7,500 pesos. What's a bar fine? As if I don't know. Yes. Well, that would be incredibly expensive. But there you go. My advice to you, Tim, is don't pay a bar fine. Get yourself a nice young lady. Go to a disco. Don't go to a red light district. Scott Gein, Thailand, a lot of hassle for visa retirement. It has got slightly more difficult. I have a friend who's just moved over there, and he had to come back here last week to go to Manila to get the embassy to get his thing sorted out and go back over there again. So it would appear they are toughening it up and they are making it more difficult. But it used to be very easy. Mike Thompson, Angeles is like a crack pattaya. Yes, I have heard it is. I've heard it is. Yeah. I mean, some people prefer it. I used to know when I lived in Pattaya, there were quite a few Australians I met who would go to Pattaya for like 3 or 4 weeks and they'd go to Angeles for a couple of weeks. And they liked both of them. But they all said, when I said, well, what's it like? They all said, well, it's much smaller. It's not as developed as Pattaya. But they liked going to Angeles as well. Keka, long time no see. It is Keka. How the devil are you? Thanks for popping by. What's new in your life? Squander in Asia. Hi, Simon. Greetings from Leicester, UK. Planning on doing a trip in January in the field for 6 weeks. Would I need a visa for the whole 6 weeks? Whereabouts in Leicester are you? I lived in Leicester for 14 years. Still got rental properties in Leicester. No, you will arrive. I'm assuming you're an English citizen, British citizen. Now, when you get here, you'll get a visa on arrival. You'll get 30 days or 28 days. I'm not sure which one that is. I think it's 30 days. And then you'll extend for 1 month, which you can do at any immigration office. I don't think you can get visas in advance. I don't think there's any way around that. But first 30 days you'll get when you come in. It's 30 days, yeah. And then I think the second one you get 28 days. So if you're here 6 weeks, you will need 2 visas. So whereabouts in Leicester, Squander in Asia? Scott Green, Pattaya, sleazy place now. Sleazy place now? It always was a sleazy place. Nothing wrong with sleazy places. I've lived in some places people say crap, but I don't know. I don't have high standards. But Patty's always been sleazy, mate. Always. Tim Murray, I'm just working out how much I can earn as a rent boy in Angeles. I've thought about that before. A couple of times Peter suggested I go and get a bit of work down here on the boulevard. But Ellen doesn't reckon I'll make much. Shut up. DE, afternoon all. Afternoon, DE. Global Greg stayed in tonight, and lo and behold, here you are again providing entertainment. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, cheers, Greg. I hope you're feeling better on, because you've got. I met Greg on Monday. Probably scared him off, actually. He came down to the quiz. I drank too much on Monday. I wasn't my usual self. You were very clever, Greg, not to come to the native, because that turned out incredibly messy. I don't think I got back till about 3 a.m. Yeah, very silly, and I felt lousy since. But yeah, met Greg on Monday. He's over here for a week, and he was going to go to the Octagon. I think they do the bowl on, but he messaged me earlier on and said he was feeling sick. So yeah, you didn't miss much, mate. I don't really go to the bowls anymore. I haven't been for a couple of months. It's fun, but it's a long day, and the trouble with the bowling is you get drawn in lots. So they try and mix it so you've got a good level player, depending on the team. So you can't turn up. So they put people in the pots and that. So you never know who you're going to play with. And some days you can get with a great team and not necessarily good players, but you can have a real laugh. And then sometimes you can get with playing with 3 or 4 people in your team you don't particularly get on with, or they're hard work. And the better you do, the longer the night goes on. There's been sometimes I've been sitting there thinking, God, I wish this was over and we got knocked out. And those are the days you invariably make it to the final and you're still playing till 8 o'clock. But mind you, I do like to win it. I haven't won it that many times, but I have a couple of times. But that's just because I've had good team members. I am not a great player. Got to practice to be good. Adam Fente, if I had a proper remote job, I'd consider Thailand for DTV visa. But Cambodia and Vietnam have been great options for me. I don't know. Are you serious? Winstanley Drive, LE3. I used to live in Couden Avenue, LE3 OJS. What are the chances of that? How far is Winstanley Drive from Couden Avenue? That's nothing, is it? What a small world it is. And he literally lived. One of my first places I bought in Leicester. He literally lives just so close to that. Basically off West Coast Drive. Global Greg, I didn't even know what it was. I had to Google French bowls. Yeah, the good thing about it is it's easy. It's the silver bowls where you say that if you went, it's not like darts. If you went there for about 2 months solidly on the Wednesday and a Sunday, you pick it up, because I've seen some people who have got quite good at it in a short space of time. It's quite an easy game if you practice it. Trouble with me is I dip in and I dip out and I drink too much, so I've never taken the time to take it too seriously. But it's amazing how quickly you pick it up. The first time I went down there, because you usually play about 4 or 5 games in a day. First couple of games I didn't have a clue, but by the end of it, I was starting to get my eye in. Squander in Asia. We got a few rentals too, mate. Trying to get out of the rental business in the UK for private landlords is bloody finished. Well, yeah, it's yeah. I might sell up soon. Tim Murray, changing fast. What is changing fast? So we've got 32 people and only 7 likes. If you don't like me, fair enough. But let's get these likes up. Got no Jack Star tonight, have we? I messaged him. Well, I didn't message him, and I said in the comments, hope to see you in the chat tomorrow. But he has not arrived, so he's probably busy doing business things. But we have got Adam. We have got Blasopher. We got Tim. I think, who else are we missing? I think it's only Jack, isn't it? Apologies if I have missed anyone else out there. I can't. I think more or less everyone is, except for Jack. Right. I'm sacrificing my dinner for you guys tonight. Smashing the like button. Brent is there. How are you, Brent? What's the word? What's the word on the street? And let me ask you a question, Brent, before you disappear, because I know you don't usually stay on here this long. Have you got 2 Hank tattoos on your arm? As in Hank Williams tattoos? Because I was talking to Tim, one of the guys who was in that music quiz you came to the other week, and he said, why did you put 2 Hank Williams questions in the quiz when that guy had Hank Williams tattoos on his arms? And I said, because I didn't know a guy did have Hank Williams tattoos on his arms. I said, which guy are you talking about? Because there was you, who are obviously a country fan, but there was another guy in the other team. So I don't know. Was it you? Jim Pendergast, I always like at start. Good for you. Thank you very much. Tim Murray, Hank Marvin. Yeah, Hank Marvin Jr. Adam Fetney. Any domestic weekend trips planned in the Philippines? No weekend trips. It's not you. Well, there you go. Strange one, that, because one of the guys, Tim, he really likes his country music. And he was saying the other day, before the quiz, that no one will beat me at country. I said, well, I've got a mate, Brent. I tell you, he'll give you a run for the money. He really knows his country. And he must have thought you were the other guy, because he said afterwards, he said, I got them all, but it wasn't fair because you gave your friend 2 Hank Marvin Jr. questions. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, he's got 2 Hank Marvin. He's got 2 Hank tattoos on his arms. I was like, really? I've never noticed those before. Anyway, I'll tell you next time I see him. It wasn't you. It was the other guy. I'd never met the other guy before in my life. Like, how the hell was I to know he was a Hank Williams fan? Hank Williams Jr. What is wrong with me, Hank Marvin? No, Hank Williams Jr., not Hank Marvin. Right, there we go. Jim Pendergast, Jack will make a star appearance soon. Yes, he does come in late, doesn't he, sometimes? And he kicks the door open, yeah. Could be. Decker, DTV is amazing. I hope PH implements something like this. DTV, is this the digital Thai visa? There you go. Like, either you're psychic, Jim, or yeah, that's there you go. There you go. Thank you very much, Jack. That is very, very kind of you. Yeah, that's. Did he see you in the comments first? I don't know how he did that. Did you hear that? Jim just said he'll make an appearance shortly. Just as I'm reading that, Jack suddenly appears with a very, very generous donation. Thank you very much, mate. I think that's spooky. Tim Murray, he likes both kinds of music, country and western. Briggs Trippin, if he had a tattoo, Hank Williams on his body, he definitely got me beat. Apparently he had two Hanks on his arms. I'd never met the guy before, but he did look like a country fan, right? The one with the boots? He's the one who's playing the boots, yeah. But it must be, I didn't know if you meant Brent or the guy playing the boots, but the other guy looked like he was a country fan because he was wearing a baseball cap and all that kind of stuff. Well, he didn't necessarily have Hank Williams. Apparently he had a Hank tattoo twice. Maybe his name's Hank. So I'd never seen the guy from Adam. Jack Star, sorry guys, in hospital again. Sorry to hear that, Jack. Very sorry to hear that. As an outpatient, though, I mean, you're just going in and seeing people. They haven't admitted you, have they? Jack Star, hit the like, share the love. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate that, mate. It's working. It's working. We got 32 and 22. My God, you're better than I am. I should have been counting that. I asked earlier on, and I didn't count the nod. Brent Trippin, prayers, Jack Star. Yes, our prayers go out for you, Jack. You don't deserve this, mate, particularly as it's a war injury. Yeah, heart goes out to you, mate. It really does. I'm imagining the kind of guy you are. You've probably tried a few alternative things and that. I mean, I don't know what to suggest. I'm no expert on anything. But presumably you've explored a few avenues like private consultants and that. PH actually realised a digital visa earlier this year, though. I don't know how successful it's been. Hard to beat the current tourist visa. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be something I'm particularly bothered about. I mean, it just seems like a problem. You know, you're going to, yeah, unless you are a digital worker. But I haven't heard good things about it. I haven't heard anyone who's on it. Brent Trippin, star. Yes, he is a star if we're talking about Jack. Keka, If it is what they said, it's even better because it's 2 years no tax. Well, there you go. I might have to look into that. I did an interview with Patrick yesterday. Some of you might have seen it. He was artillery for a while. Brent was artillery because I saw him put in the comments about his experiences. How's your hearing, Brent? Was it damaged? I always think of artillery guys as it's so bloody loud, even with those headphones on. It must do your ears at some stage. Tim Murray, all the best. Recovery, Jack. Yeah, all the best, mate. But it doesn't sound like it's going to be a quick recovery. I mean, this has been going on since the Gulf days. Jim Pentecost, hope all goes well, Jack Star. Adam Fante, too many requirements for the PhD nomad visa, in my opinion. Well, to be honest, it is what it is. It's what you know over here. You know, if you're going to go through an agency and you don't know people, there's a lot of requirements. If you do know people over here, there are very little requirements, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. But I won't say any more about that because it can get me in trouble. Squander in Asia. What places would you recommend I hit for 6 weeks stay? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I've only been to a few places and I wouldn't necessarily suggest any of them. You'd have to ask other people in the comments. Sikihor's okay. I mean, Dumagueti's not really a tourist destination. Bohol, I didn't particularly like it. Cebu City, but there's over 7,000 islands. You know, I am not well travelled in the Philippines. I can talk with a bit of knowledge about where I am now, but in terms of the whole of the Philippines, no idea. Probably better talking to Brent. He's been to quite a few places. Brent's tripping. Do you need a visa to go to Vietnam? I don't need a visa to go to Vietnam, no. Ellen doesn't need a visa to go to Vietnam. One of the guys that's coming, an American guy, he'll need a visa. It's funny, he said to me the other day when he said he was coming, because I didn't know he was coming. It was originally just two couples, and another friend of ours are coming, and then another guy's coming. So it's kind of grown, which is great, fantastic. But he pulled up on a bike, he's an American guy, just outside Sideways, and he said, I'm coming to Vietnam. I said, really? Because I said, I didn't, you know, I had mentioned it to him. I think one of our other friends had mentioned it. And he said, but I've got to get we've got to get visas. I said, well, I don't need to get a visa. You do, because you're American. And he said, why? What have we ever done to them? Well, it might be something to do with the war, mate. I don't know. But no, Europeans don't need to get visa. I was talking to another American guy I know who's been to Vietnam recently. He's ex-army as well. And he seems to think it's only America that needs to get visas. But I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if China or Russia do, but I know Americans definitely do. As you do, as you know, because you've done it a couple of times, haven't you, mate? Global Greg, signing off. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, mate. Yes, if you can make it, be good to see you. Hope you're feeling better. Be lucky. Adam Fente, Squander in Asia, Central Visayas in the Philippines is a magical place. South of Cebu, Sikihor, Bohol, Dumaguete would be a great way to spend 6 weeks. Yeah, but if you do get to Dumaguete, see, I'm not. If you come to Dumaguete, it'd be lovely to meet you for a beer, mate. But I don't want to be responsible for people coming to places like Dumaguete on my recommendation and then being disappointed when they get there. So when people ask me now, I'll never say, "Oh, come to Dumaguete." I like it here, but I would feel guilty if you didn't. But Sikihor's okay, and if you did come here, you're not far from Bohol or Oslo, but they're not really my kind of places. But there are quite a few tourist places here. But as I say, I'm not well travelled here. Are you still, Andrew says, are you still in Dumaguete? Are there nice beaches there? I am still in, well, we're in Bakong, which is very close to Dumaguete. No, there aren't really nice beaches here, I'm afraid. There are beaches close. I mean, we're a couple of 100 meters from the sea, but it ain't a great beach. I mean, the water's all right. It's clear, you can swim in it, but you don't really get many beaches here until you get up to Darwin. And it's all dark sand. It's volcanic. So it's like closer to black than it is to, you know, the white sands that you get in the coral sands that you get in Sikihor. But apparently the snorkeling's very good here and the scuba diving. There's lots of scuba diving people coming here to the resorts and that. I've never bothered with it. I haven't scuba dived in oh God, 11, 12 years since I've been diving. But it's supposed to be good. But no, you wouldn't come here for the beaches. The best beach I think here is probably Sibulan, which is about, I don't know, 14 kilometres that way. I used to live in Sibulan. Not really a tourist place to go, but the beach isn't bad there. Brent, my hearing's okay. We were in tanks with helmets and whatnot. Well, there you go, you see. You were looked after. Scott Geen, get well Jack Star from New Zealand. Basket baskets. Australians need visas. Ah, well, you fought as well, didn't you? Because the Australian, I wonder if French need visas as well. Because it was the French first, wasn't it? Then it was the Australians, and it was the Americans. That's interesting. I did not know Australians needed visas. Well, that's definitely something to do with the war, then, isn't it? I mean, it can't be a coincidence that Americans and Australians need visas. Bike Basket 95. Just apply online to the immigration department. Surprised to hear English don't need visas. I'd confirm that. No, it's a fact. English don't. It is a war thing. I've already looked into it and I confirmed it. It's we get 90 days on arrival now. If you're English. I think it's any European country. That's why I'm saying it would be interesting to see if it applies to France, because when you go on the websites, yeah, because they increased it. I don't know, quite a while ago. That might have been a year ago. They changed it. We got 30 days on arrival, and then they bumped it up to 90 days to try and boost travel. But no, 100%, we don't need to have English. British don't need to have it. Tim Murray, in 6 weeks. Can you just Google that, my love? Just give people peace of mind. Do British citizens require a visa to enter Vietnam? And then after that, after you've read the answer, can you see if French people need a visa to enter Vietnam? Tim Murray, in 6 weeks, Coron, Palawan, Baguio area, Angeles City, Shargo, and come again. Yeah, they're supposed to be nice. I notice you've left Dumagetti out of there. That's a lot of flights, though. I wouldn't have Angeles City, mate. He's coming with his girlfriend, I think, his wife. What the hell is he going to want to go to Angeles City for? How is Camagan, Tim? I've heard good things about Camagan. It's supposed to be the next Sicky Hall. I found Camagan awesome. No nightlife, though. Yeah, it is. It is very, very. I've never been, but I used to be friends with the owners of the rum bar over there, and their plan was they'd started off in Shargo, then Shargo had took off. Then they'd seen that Sicky Hall was going to take off, so they'd open a bar there. But their next plan was to open one in Camagan because they reckoned it's so beautiful there. That will be the next one to take off. The next Sicky Hall, which is doing very well on the tourist front these days. Yes. Yeah. There you go. No, French citizens do not need a visa for Vietnam for stays up to 45 days, as a visa exemption is currently in effect for French passport holders. What's it say about British? I should get 90 days. Are you sure? Just check that again for British.
You can apply, yes, you can apply for 90 days.
But it doesn't matter. We're only staying for 2 weeks. But yeah, we definitely, you don't need a visa from the UK.
For tourism, and 30 days required about passport.
No, I don't need an e-visa. Just
hold on.
Anyway. Yeah. Just type in, do British citizens get 90 days on arrival in Vietnam? It's a search that you.
Oh, okay, here. British citizens must apply for a 90-day e-visa longer than 45 days. That's
okay, right. Okay. So what it is, if you're British, you get 45 days straight away. But if you want 90 days, you have to apply for an e-visa. But you can start the 90 days without going. There you go. But we're only there for 11 nights, so it doesn't make any difference. Team Murray, I found coming awesome. No, not yeah. Brentford, Americans can go to the island of Phuket without a visa for 30 days. Is that right? But you had trouble, didn't you, Brent? Didn't you have trouble with your video? Not getting it, but didn't you get mucked around a few times? I remember you talking about it on videos. It wouldn't go through and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't as straightforward as it should be. I mean, I know you got it in the end and that wasn't a problem, but didn't you have, wasn't it? It was problems with the computer, wasn't it, as opposed to you? I've got to watch your latest video about using the online visa extension because I've never been able to use that. People have told me, I'm talking about in the Philippines, the tourist visa, people have said to me it lets you have one hit. But the next time it will make you go to the visa office. It will never let you do two in a row. That's what people have said on the chats and things. But the last time when I was here, I tried to do it once, extend that way, and it wasn't having it. It kept telling me that my flight details didn't match my passport or whatever. Don't know what their problem was, but I've never been able to do it online. But I'm thinking now, because I've started again and I came back on a different flight, I will probably try online next time and see if I can do that. I have never heard of the island of, am I saying that right? Fuquoc? But
that's the one I'm talking about. It's like a French, it's like a Euro kind of.
Oh God, I wish you hadn't said that. When she wants to go there, she's been banging on about that for weeks. It looks god awful. It really does. Because it's all mock European stuff, isn't it? It's all mock.
Mocking is for people who cannot afford to go.
No, but I don't mean mock as in laughing. I mean it's mock as in not real. It's like, it's faux. I live in those places. I want to see. If I go to Philippines, I want to see the Philippines. I go to Thailand, I don't want to see like a pretend plastic Europe. Anyway, we can't go. We're going to Ho Chi Minh City. Be happy with that.
Yeah.
Good girl. Not looking for life, looking for waterfalls, forests, etc. Well, if that's what you're looking for, you'll get them everywhere, mate, because the Philippines is full of them. I mean, we've got them here. You go up the mountain, you've got the red rocks, you've got waterfalls here, you've got mountains just behind us. You go over to them. Everywhere has mountains and waterfalls. So it really doesn't matter where you go, you're going to find that. I mean, obviously not in a city centre, but there are an abundance of waterfalls and lakes here. Scott Gein, beach, watch out, crocodile, haha. Yeah, don't get crocodiles in the Philippines, I don't think. Adam Fonte, Twin Lakes are beautiful, but it is quite a trek to get there. Yes, I have never been there. My nutty neighbour, the one who I fell out with, he went there a couple of times on his bike and was showing me videos, but I've never had the desire to go. Plastered Finger, plenty of falls and beaches here. Oh, and forests plus hundreds of islands. Yeah, there are. Andrew Sees, is your live chat only Wednesdays? Probably going to be Wednesdays. It might go back to Tuesdays. I don't think Ellen is as in love with the bingo as she was before. So we'll discuss that. So I've started to play more on the Monday because we're not sure yet, mate. We decided something's going to drop. We're going to drop one of them. We're either going to drop the bowls on a Wednesday or the quiz on a Monday or whatever. But at the moment, I'd say Wednesday's a good bet. Andrew Sees, is your live chat? No, yeah. I might do some other times. I have been thinking about doing other times. I nearly did one the other day when I couldn't sleep 3 o'clock in the morning here. Because it would be good to catch some of the Americans, our American brothers who watch the channel, because it's different times for them. But yeah, I should try some different times. I was going to do a live stream down at Sideways, but I had a falling out with over an incorrect bill the other day, so I'm not inclined to go there for a while. Jim Pendergast just had some lovely flowers delivered, but not for us. Phoned the company up and they thanked me and told me we could keep them. So a nice surprise for Nora when she comes home. Well, let me give you a bit of advice, Jim. Don't tell her that's how you got them. Just say, just a small token of my love. Don't, God's sake, mate, don't tell her how you came by them. It's a gift from God. Don't screw it up. Tim Murray, he needs hanky panky in Angeles City. Basketball 95. Oh, bike. I can't read with these glasses. Bike basket 95. Yeah, cool. I was wrong. Hope Australia gets it soon, though it was easy last time. Brent's tripping. I've never tried online here. Oh, I thought you were. Oh, when you did that video the other day, you were talking about Vietnam again, were you? Okay, I just saw the thumbnail. I will watch that then. I've just been so busy the last couple of weeks, I've fallen behind things. Because I did wonder, because I saw you had the Vietnam thing. I thought you had been rejected on the online one here. Yeah, I tried the online here a couple of times. Because people kept saying, why are you going in the comments? You can do it online. And every time it kicked me out, it said there was something wrong with my flight ticket and my passport, which obviously means someone somewhere obviously wrote the wrong details down, because it's never been picked up or identified as a problem when I've gone to the Dumaguete immigration place, but could never do it online, could never get past, that stage of it. I've got no idea how to actually give it to you, whether it's a print out or you scan a barcode or what you stick in your passport. Scott Green, are there Indians in the Philippines? What type of Indians? Glass of finger, JP, back of the net. Bike basket 95. Thank you, sir. You're welcome, mate. Andrew C's Cowboys. There's a lot of cowboys in Dumaguete. I don't know why they don't open a Texas barbecue grill or something like here with country music. It would do well. There are a lot of Americans in Dumaguete. Bike basket 95. Also, thanks, Tim was debating going there next time. Now it's 100%. Adam Fonte. Lots of Indians in Cebu City. Scott Geen. They are students that go to the nursing school in the Philippines. Well, there you go. I did not know that. I didn't see many Indians but I wasn't particularly looking for Indians, and we obviously didn't go to that part of Cebu. I mean, apparently the Philippines. I've said it before. I did a video on it. The biggest tourist numbers are here are Chinese and South Koreans. They outnumber everyone else by quite a long way. Then it's Americans and Indians and then Europeans, I think. But I don't think I've ever seen any Chinese tourists in Dumaguete. I don't, South Korean, a couple of times I've seen South Koreans at the immigration office, but it's mainly Europeans and Americans. So they must obviously go to different islands. Andrew C's Cowboys. Bike basket 95. Also, I'm going over and over again here. Glenn, you're up to a 3 crown. See, no one's going to have a 1 crown because Jack, with his incredible generosity, he's got the number 1 crown all tied up. I'm interested though how the number 2 and number 3, because lots of people have been how that keeps changing hands. The Indian food is good in Cebu City, LOL. Domestic, Glenn, LOL. Yes, PF will be in the good books. The Indian food is good in Cebu City, LOL. If I'd known that, I'd have gone out for an Indian, because there's 3 Indians, I think, in Dumaguete now, and they're not great. One of them is a lot better than the others, but it's still not up to my standards of a good Indian. I've only been once. But if I'd have known that, I would have gone in Cebu. Mind you, we went on bloody Christmas Day. Everyone was closed. Wasn't great planning. Brent's tripping. You should try Dalat. I hear it's nice. Mountains and cooler weather, but it's an 8-hour-ish bus ride from Ho Chi Minh. If you're talking to me, no, I'm not going anywhere, mate. Not going anywhere. Well, we're going as a group. There's 3 couples and a thing. We're not really going for adventure. We just went because Dumaguete is not much fun at Christmas. My first Christmas in City and New Year in City was a bit of a disappointment, to say the least. So last year we went to Cebu. That was a disappointment. So I've given up on Christmas and New Year in the Philippines. So that's why we're going to try Vietnam, because there must be a bit of nightlife in Ho Chi Minh City over Christmas and New Year. But we will do a little bit. I mean, we're going to go to do a bit of those, the tunnels, the old war tunnels. I think we're going to do a boat trip on the Mekong. I think a couple of those trips look nice. And we'll go out for a dinner cruise one night, have a nice meal and that. But other than that, I don't think it's really going to be a tourist trip. I think it's going to mainly be a relaxation and a shopping trip and eating too much and drinking too much trip. The kind of trip I like. But delay 8 hours, mate. Nah, not for me. We were there for a few months, but we're not there long enough for that. Building a house in Minnow, the Philippines crocodile is Ebdag. The Philippines crocodile is Ebdag. Does Ebdag mean anything to you, my love? There we go. Scott Green, right, Adam Heaps in Patia, bloody nuisance. I'm taking you're not a fan of Indians. But there you go. Not my very good friends are Indians. I grew up in Leicester, so there's I didn't grow up in Leicester. What am I talking about? I grew up in Newham, and I lived in Leicester for 14 years. Massive Asian community. I think it's not a problem to me. Tim Murray, Touring Camegan is like an actual world documentary. Jim Pendergrass, have you used your new bar yet? No, haven't. I've only had friends around one night, and that was very messy. No, they're still empty. I haven't stocked them. And the way I feel now, I'm going to cut down considerably on my drinking. It's ridiculous. I don't know what's happened to me. I've got back in party mode. It used to be I'd do the quiz, and I'd have like a couple of drinks and then go home. But now I do the quiz and I'm out till it's ridiculous. I don't know what's happened. I've only been like this for about 6 weeks, and it's got to stop. Dangerous and it's stupid. Pendergrass, Simon Kendall. Well, I'm finally back in the Philippines. Woohoo! Just my one flight from Manila to Cebu. Well, welcome back, Simon. You do a lot of travelling, mate. I wonder how you doing on the old air miles. Welcome back. Adam Fente, I'll have to apply for another visa for Vietnam for when I move there in November. At least it's cheap. Where's Jack gone? Jack's not saying anything. Jack has disappeared. He always kicks the door open for a donation, makes a hell of an entry, gets the likes up, and then he goes quiet. Mind you, he's probably doing his stocks and shares and things on his phone or something like that. An entrepreneur. Adam Fente, I'll have to apply for another visa. At least it's cheap. House building in Mindanao. They have a rather sad looking one in Davao Eagle Cemetery. Oh, crocodile. Yeah, I've got the right. I need my reading glass. I know where my reading glasses are. I'm struggling with these ones. Bike Basket 95. My wife's Chinese. Not easy for Chinese to come. But if they go to the trouble of getting a visa from the embassy, they can. I thought it was easy for China. I know there's been some fallout. A lot of expats will tell you, and there are rumours, that they were cracking down on Chinese nationals. And Ellen has said before that there used to be more Chinese people in Dumaguete a few years ago. She said one day, I wonder where they've all gone. Now, whether that's true or not, whether that's conjecture, I don't know. I know there's been some falling out. So obviously what's going on with the disputes over the reefs and things, maybe it's harder. I've got no idea, mate. No idea. But I do know a lot of Chinese people do come to the Philippines. Not as much as they used to, though. There's been a huge drop. Bike Basket 95 or group tour. Bench tripping. Koreans everywhere in Pangalao and Angeles City. Really? I've heard that. I have heard that Koreans, a lot of Koreans have bought bars and things in Angeles City. Don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or not, but when they bought that new vlogging law in, I was saying, they didn't bring a new vlogging law in. When they published the new guidelines, I said that's probably because of our friend Vitali. But a couple of people suggested it's because the Koreans have put pressure on them because they don't want filming around Angeles. They don't want their Korean families and things knowing they've got businesses in the red light district in Angeles. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I'm just saying what I read. Mike Thompson, a lot of flag followers on Boracay. Bike Basket 95, Pangalo, yeah, a few cute ones too. Brent, it's because the Philippines starts Christmas in September. Yeah, that's why. Tim Murray, yeah, really excited after hearing that. Just seeing it from Bohol, looks really cool. Glenn, I know some of the crowns as I barely posted, having been listening as I'm just back from the shop and walk. Brent Tribune, yeah, oh, good night. Yeah, good night, Brent. Thanks for playing. I don't know. I'm behind with this. I didn't realise how far behind I am. I should go a bit quicker. Adam Fente, to be honest, I haven't had a drink since July. I've made some good money during these sober months. LOL. There you go. Yeah, I'm not going to stop, but it's just got me thinking. I'm drinking too much and I feel lousy, and it doesn't help with the prostate. I've got to start changing my diet. I've got to drink less caffeine, less alcohol, less. I just said less caffeine. Yes, Diet Coke has caffeine in it. Yeah, so less Coke as in Diet Coke and less coffee. I've got to start eating more tomatoes and pumpkin seeds and things. So there will be a change. My body is telling me it's time to stop. Bike Basket 95. They just have to show proof of income, proof of funds, etc., and go to the embassy. Okay. I'll drink when I get back to Ho Chi Minh. I've heard the alcohol is very cheap in Ho Chi Minh. I don't know if it's as cheap as it is in Cambodia. I find that hard to believe. But yeah. Adam Fonte, there are direct flights between Seoul and Pangalao, so lots of Koreans come for vacation. Funny to hear local Filipinos speaking Korean for sales purposes. Never heard that before. Sweetie, actually, just excuse me 1 second, chaps. I'm just going to get a snooze from the table. See, this is the kind of thing you need to get used to in the Philippines. Ellen cooked dinner earlier on, but she didn't cook it in time for us to eat. So we're going to eat it afterwards. And it's wonderful. It is prawns. I'll just show you the dish.
It looks awful. No one showed them that.
Prawns in sweet corn in a tomato paste and garlic chili sauce. But she takes it out and she leaves it on the table, just getting cold. All the meals you have here are cold. Why not leave? Why leave it out on the table for 2 hours when it can be in the thing? I didn't know it was on the table till just now.
Because if I'm gonna open the door, you're gonna complain again because it's gonna make a noise.
Yes, but you just leave it in the oven. Don't have to leave it on the.
Like I said, if I'm gonna open the door again, you're gonna get mad again.
I never get mad. I get mad when you do things like that. All the meals are cold here. It's like when you go to the eateries. You know, you think they'd keep the food hot. They don't. It's all cold. They don't mind eating cold stuff here, and I don't mind. It's not the end of the world. I just think it's a bit strange.
We're just gonna heat it up.
You can't really heat it up. It's prawns. Julian, keep cracking up when you say Panglao. You say it like Pangalao, but Filipinos pronounce it Panglao. Well, there you go. I'm glad I made you laugh. Panglao. I will never make that mistake again. Panglao. 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 Panglao.
I don't have to say it like that.
I sound like I'm in Vietnam. Panglao. Well, there you go. You live and learn. Andrew sees yum. Teleport it to my spot. Bike Basket 95. I love Panglao, but I'm going to make sure I go to Camigan and at least one other island too in January. Well, there we go. You're going to get some good flights. Vietnamese Panglao. Sounds like fat old in Chinese. Energy Panglao. There you go. Panglao means many things to many people. And now that I've only been talking for an hour, but now I've seen the food in front of me, I'm tempted to say I've got to go and eat. But I will keep talking if people say things. I've caught up with the old live chat now. I'm starting to wonder where Jack, Jim, and Glenn have gone. Well, Glenn's back. He was there for a walk. Tim's gone quiet too. Are people there? Adam Fente, I ate some good food in Panglao. I recommend Mist Restaurant. Okay. Glenn, meal looks good. Just warming up. I'll probably eat how it is. I've got used to eating cold food now, to be honest with you. It's just a strange idea. You know, it's like, but they really do. You know, when I first went to an eatery, or what do you call them, Candera? They're called Carinderia. You know, you see the food there, and you assume it's going to be warm, and if it's not warm, you think they'd pop it in the microwave and heat it up, but they don't. They just cook it, put it down, and everyone eats it cold. And you think, what is this place? And you get used to it. It's Now, Glenn has had his message retracted. Good Lord, we haven't upset Glenn, have we? He hasn't. Surely Glenn hasn't been typing obscenities on our live stream. This is a family show. We're up to 28 likes. Very happy about that. If we meet 30, Ellen and I will do a TikTok dance to celebrate. Meal looks good. Prawn consomme. Yes, well, there you go. I'm glad you said that, Glenn, because she keeps calling them shrimps, and I say they're prawns.
What is the difference?
The difference is something to do with the claws and the number of legs, but it doesn't really matter. The point is we tend to call them prawns in the UK. A lot of other countries, they call them shrimps. There is actually a difference. It's got something to do with legs and that, but it's the same shit, you know, at the end of the day. I just always call them prawns. But some people call...
What were you thinking before?
Sorry, am I doing a live stream while you're talking?
Oh, my legs. I think... No.
Right, now, you can't start to... If you're going to tell people the story...
I think before, when I was a child, they called prawns when it's, like, bigger. But if it's smaller, they call it shrimps.
Well, for your next mission, you can Google what is the difference between prawns and shrimps.
Okay.
And then you can tell us, and then I'll take the camera back once you told us. No, we'll wait until you've done it.
I know.
Siggy. Did you, you didn't know I could speak the lingua, did you? Yeah, it's the first time. We're going to eat a lot more fish. I'm not really a fish eater, but there's a fish, not a fish market, a fish stall a couple of 100 meters away. And we went there the other night and Ellen got a fish and I really enjoyed it. Fried it, so it wasn't particularly healthy. Well, she fried half of it and then made the other half into a soup. But trouble with Ellen is she does that and I thought that was nice. I'd like that again. She doesn't want it for a month. She can't have the same thing once. So we had these prawns and she's already declared that she won't want them for another month. Strange woman like that. But it doesn't matter what I want. It's what she wants. And we're up to 32. We got to do a TikTok dance. Pick one.
Yeah.
Anyway, what does it say about shrimps and prawns?
Just read it. Just read it.
Come on, read it to us.
According to AI, shrimp and prawns, though often confused and similar in taste, are different crustaceans distinguished by leg structure, body shape, and egg-laying habits. Prawns have claws on 3 pairs of legs and a straighter body with segments overlapping sequentially, while shrimp have claws on 2 pairs of legs, a more curved body, and shrimp carry their eggs, whereas prawns release theirs into the water.
Well done, my lovely. Well read. There you go. We are an educational channel. You'll learn things on this live stream that you would never learn anywhere else. I bet you there isn't another Philippines channel that is telling you about amazingly, incredibly interesting things like that. Now look what you've done, Ellen. You've killed the conversation. No one said anything. No one has commented for the last, ever since you got involved in the show. You killed my show and I'm losing viewers.
You cannot show me.
Ellen Funny, you can get some good canned tuna and make some tuna salad with celery, mayo, herbs, dill pickles, vinegar, crisps. Yum. Yeah, you try getting all those good things over here, mate. I do like. I'm going to start eating a lot more sardines. Not really a sardine fan, but they come in a tomato sauce. And what's it called? Lycopene?
Yeah, lycopene.
Lycopene is the thing, apparently. Wonderful for prostates. I bought lots of tomato sauces, and Ellen got some tomato. That's why we got this in a tomato paste.
I'm going to make a lot of stew now.
But apparently, it's better to get it processed, believe it or not. You get more lycopene in processed cooked tomatoes and things than you do in fresh ones. So that's good. And I've seen you can get lycopene tablets on Lazada, 40 milligrams. So I'll have to look into that because that would be nice and easy. Glenn, it's like jumbo shrimp, LOL. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I knew it was something to do with like one's got 3 pairs of legs, one's got 2, and it's different. Yeah, it's a, you know, one man's prawns, another man's shrimp. I don't think the prawns get offended if you call them shrimps. Adam Fenty. See, that's what I love about Ellen. She laughs at my jokes occasionally, and my heart soars like an eagle when she does. But Ellen's doing a dance now. I could make anything up. If you see, I can't make things up if the camera's on you. I'm sure you could get all of those from Robinson's. Well, we probably could. We'll give it a go. I quite like tuna, canned tuna. I do like mayonnaise. Celery's okay. No idea what a vinegar crisps are.
Oh, maybe it's like the mango one, the
I know
mango
what dill
crisps
pickles are. Well,
with the vinegar.
we call those all wallies or gherkins, but I think that's what dill pickle is. The plastered finger at 25 to 30 degrees C, it's never cold, but it does wind me up that even when you eat out, they never peel the prawns, shrimps. Sorry, Ellen, you eat them in a rich sauce. You spread it all over. Yeah, I said to her when she asked me to get prawns, I said, "Do you want me to get them shelled or unshelled?" And she likes the shells. She likes the ties. They like sucking the brains out, so they don't want their head cut off. Me, I'd probably have cooked them. If I was cooking those, they used to be one of my little one of my signature dishes when I was cooking in the UK. I used to cook prawns in their shells, but simmer them in red wine with shallots and garlic. Lovely, nice bit of French stick. Dip it in there. But most of the time, I'd cook them without the shells on. But she wanted it that way. Glenn, thanks, Ellen. I'm starting to worry about Jack now. He seems to have gone. I hope his back's not playing him up. Right, talk to us, people. Talk to us. Otherwise, we will go and eat. I haven't been talking that long, so I'm happy to go a little longer. But I feel silly when there's no one saying anything. Now, look, Adam is talking again. Adam has spoken quite a lot tonight, which is great. But I don't understand why he hasn't got a crown. Because Adam probably has chatted more than anyone else, and yet he doesn't have a crown. I don't understand how these crowns work. Because I thought it worked on the number of times you were in the conversation, the number of money you donated. Because a Plaster Finger's got two, and Adam hasn't got one. Strange. Hard to get quality beef in PH, so seafood is the go-to for high protein, low carb. All the good tuna comes from Jen San, but overall the canned tuna is good in the PH. I like the tuna steaks, which you can get anywhere, but Ellen's not too keen on tuna steaks. But I'm not really a fish person. But you get good steak here in Dumagetti. There's a couple of places do good steak. Good steaks in the Kingswick, but they're Argentine steaks. But you can get good steaks at Dumagetti. There's quite a few places. I say quite a few places. There are a few restaurants. I get entirely what you're saying that most places aren't good. But Brent did a video the other week. He had the steak up at the what do you call it, Mr. Sizzler's, which is very cheap. I didn't think it would be very good. I've never ordered it there. It's like $2.99, 299 pesos, or 350 or something like that. And I thought that's going to be lousy for that price. But he did a vlog the other day in here, and he's an American. He likes his steaks, and he said it was good. So I'll have to try that. Jim, I never get crowns these days. You say you never get crowns, Jim. You've got a crown here. You're number 2. Plastered Finger was number 2, and now you're number 2. Look, you can see for yourself. I'm seeing the crowns this side, and now Adam's number 2. There you go. Who would have thought that? How can you all be 2? Since I mentioned that, suddenly you've all got crowns and you're all number 2. It's like Jim saying earlier on, Jackstone might appear, and the next comment he appears. It's spooky. I wonder if it's the white lady that's doing that. Adam Fenty, no idea why I don't have a crown. No idea how it works. LOL. Well, I think Ellen Googled it last time, or someone did. It works on the number of comments you've made in the live stream and the number of donations you made. So if you make a donation, the highest donation automatically gets number 1. But if people haven't made donations, it goes on the number of comments, the number of times you've interacted. Sorry? Who? I just said that. I just said, since I've said that, Jim's got crown number 2, Adam's got crown number 2, the Plastered Finger's got crown. They're all number 2s. I don't mean you're all number 2s in that sense. I wouldn't be that rude. I mean, you've all got crown number 2s. Do you know what that means, a number 2 in UK? It means a shit. You're going for a number 1 or a number 2. A P. The polite way of saying it, I need to have a number 1, or I'm going for a number 1, or I'm going for a number 2. Or you might sometimes say I've got to use the toilet, and I say number 1 or number 2. say number 2, they might say, we'll use that toilet then. It's, I didn't think, I see it now. I just refreshed. Well, there you go. Glenn, Adam showing a crown my end. That sounds, said the actress to the bishop. Yeah, I don't get it now because there are literally Jim, Adam, and the Plaza Flingers all on 2. Glenn's on a 3. Adam's still on a 2. So there's lots of 2s. Keka, number 1 brand, new Camaro. Number 2, a set of steak knives. Number 3, you're fired. Oh, that's the crowns. That's what you get, right? Got you. Jim, you too have a crown from Glenn. Yeah, he does have a crown. Can you do me a favour, little sweet pumpkin that you are? Could you get me some paracetamol out of the bathroom? I've got a bit of a headache. Thank you, my love. Oh, I don't care where it comes from. If you could, oh yeah, there it's at home. And things have dried up. I'm worried about Jack. He comes in, he makes a donation, he disappears. I hope he's all right.
What, mate?
Are you mocking me? You're in no position to mock me, young lady. Excuse me while I take my pills. Well, the conversation has dried up again. What are you chaps doing this week? We thankfully have a much quieter weekend planned than we usually do. Last week was awful. Don't get me wrong, we had some good nights, but it was literally out every night. It was either something that we had to go to, like a friend was opening something or doing that. And great party on Friday. That was fantastic. A friend of ours, sadly, is going back to the UK for a while, and they had a great party. Massive house. Really put a lot. Anyway, it was a great party. But this week, have not done a lot. Went out Monday, felt lousy. The next day, what day's today? Wednesday. Tuesday, didn't go out last night. I felt too sick. I haven't gone out tonight. Thursday, got the quiz. I'll be happy not to do anything Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And is looking at me now thinking, you promised to take me somewhere. Well, we'll see. I'm very ill. Keka, I'm going to the Canary Islands next week. Well, have a great trip, mate. Enjoy it. I have been to the Canary Islands a couple of times. I think. Trying to think where I went. I know it was the Canary Islands because I remember it's not part of the EU, is it? You couldn't bring back the same, when we went, you couldn't bring back the same allowances that you could if it was Spain. But I can't remember which island we went to. Anyway, there you go. Jim Pendergrass, I don't understand the snooze you take. Not seen it in the UK. Yeah, you get it in the UK. I noticed it last time I came back, but I wasn't on the snooze then. I only got on the snooze when I started smoking over here to get off it because I wasn't smoking before. But yeah, you can get it because a couple of people have said in the comments in the past, how much do you pay for your snooze? And I told them, and they said it's double the price in the UK. It'd still be quite cheap because it's a lot cheaper than smoking, but I don't do it for the price. I just do it's a lot healthier because this is just nicotine, no tobacco in this. It's just a nicotine infused mint, or this one is tobacco flavour, but there is no tobacco in it. But you just pop it in your lip, and it just gives you a slow release of nicotine. But yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it in the co-op. They've got on a stand with all the vapes and things. But yeah, I don't know how common it is over there. But it's taken off here. When I first moved here, I had a Norwegian friend, Frankie, and he was on it. He was ordering it from a company called Swebest, and I started ordering it from them because he got it. But then one of the 7-Elevens started selling it, but it was hit and miss whether you could get it there. And now I think all the 7-Elevens sell it. There are about 5. There's loads of 7-Elevens in Dunedin, but the 4 or 5 in the area where we live that I tend to go to, they all sell it now. So it has taken off. Right. Well, I'm probably going to knock it on the head in a minute, fellas, because the chat has slowed down. So hold on, Jim. Vapes and liquid in the Philippines are very substandard. I bring them from my friends, for my friends in the Philippines. Do you think? I won't know. I couldn't tell you, mate, because I didn't start. I started vaping for the first time when I came to the Philippines. So I have never been able to compare it to something in the UK. I've never done a European vape. So I've got no idea. Is that right? The trouble with the Philippines is, particularly if you're vaping, so the reason I stopped that is I shouldn't have started smoking again, but I did. I thought, I don't want to do this. So I got on the vapes. But then I found they made me more addicted than cigarettes. I was vaping all the bloody time. You know, I was waking up and wanting a vape. And in all my life, I've never done that with a cigarette. I've never wanted a cigarette in the middle of the night or whatever. So I thought I better get off these. And I've got onto the snooze. But while I was vaping for like 3 or 4 months, it's typical Philippines. You'll go into a vape shop, you'll find the flavour you want, you'll think this is fantastic. You go back the next day, they never got it. No, not next day, but they never got it. It's impossible to keep the flavours in. I had one which was coffee latte flavour, and it was delicious. And I got 3 of them. And I took them back to Sicky Hall, and everyone I met over there, all the guys who worked the bar, and all wanted to try it. So, oh, get me some, get me some, get me some. So I went back, I tried all the vape shops. I even said to one of the vape shops, look, I'm back for a month. Can you order 20 of these and I'll buy them all off you? I think I said I'd buy 30. He's like, yeah, great. I'll get that done. Went back a week later, he said he'd forgotten. You know, they're not particularly business-minded, so it can drive you nuts. But I have got a friend over here, he makes his own liquids. He's into that. He's very, like, into chemistry things, but he makes his own liquid. And eventually, I'll just continue my work until my month expires here in Siem Reap. Adam Fenn, I completed my mission here for sure. I probably won't return here for a while. Yeah, you see, that is the thing about Siem Reap. That's why I don't know. I just get the idea if I move back there. It was great in short bursts, but I know it's improved a lot, but I'd get bored, I think, living in Siem Reap long term. Jim Pendergrass, yes, I'm addicted. Great choice here. I-town, every town. Yes, I'm addicted. Great choice here. I-town, every town. You've lost me, Jim. All right, Simon, just arrived here. Glad to hear your vid the other day that you're on top of your health problem now. Always easy to put these things off, but in the end, you need to face them. Yeah, you do, mate. And I was very, very stupid to put it off. Although I'm starting to think, I don't know if these tablets are going to be for me. Keep getting these headaches. Like now, I'm starting to feel really lousy. And I think that must be the tablets. I went on tablets once, many moons ago in Thailand. He prescribed me when I first got diagnosed with it, and I took them. And I started getting migraines. I had migraines for I had about 2 weeks, like a migraine every other day. So I just came off them. And then the last time I saw a doctor in the UK, he said I probably didn't need a medication, that but he would try and prescribe me something that didn't cause migraines, because there were ones that probably wouldn't. And I mentioned that to this guy this time, and he said these ones probably shouldn't. He probably put you on these ones before, but unfortunately, I might have caught something. I might be coming down with something. But yesterday I felt lousy from the moment I woke up. Felt fine all day today. Now I'm starting to feel the same kind of thing again. So only time will tell. I'll jump in and find in every town. Glad you can find them, mate. So you when you come back, you bring a whole 6 months supply here? That must be a lot. Or you just bring a few and then after a while you have to go on to the Philippines once. Neil, it could be the tablets. How many San Miguel lights did they say you take with them? But skip sardines are good. I love these little guys on toast with butter. Yeah, I'm not really a sardine fan. I used to make them with. I had a girlfriend many moons ago who used to make them in a salad, and they were quite nice. You know, they're not bad, but they're something I will have to try and experiment with. They're not something I ever eat myself. We've got a cupboard full of sardines because I feed them to the dogs. We've got a couple of dogs that came with a house, so they like the sardines. Andrews J, hello sir, just joined. Where are you? I am in. Well, welcome to the party. I am in my living room in Bacong, just outside Dumaguete on the island of Negros in the Philippines. Nice to meet you. We've got everything in this house in terms of kitchen stuff except a toaster. A good point you just made there. I need to get a toaster, and maybe I will try sardines on toast. Jim, yes, bring loads. Philippine vape liquid is far too strong. Is it? Well, there you go. That might be the problem then, because as I say, I've got nothing to compare it against. I've only ever had the vapes I use in the Philippines. Andrew CJ, how do I pronounce your name? Well, you can't tell me, can you? Andrew CJ or Andrews? I'm in Bekong as well, Banilad. Well, there you go. He's in Banilad. Where exactly are we in Bekong? What? We're in Banilad. Same. We're in Banilad too. There you go. We are in Banilad. So you're probably not very far from us. We're about 300 metres from the Octagon Bar. Adam Fenech, what are you eating for breakfast these days? Egg, bacon, toast? I'm not really a breakfast guy. Don't really eat breakfast. I have breakfast maybe once or twice a week. I'll go to Sideways and have English breakfast there. But no, I don't really have breakfast. I tend to have a snack in the morning. I have to have a snack now when I take my tablets, but I tend to be an evening guy. We have an evening meal. That's the big meal. And I'm a bit of a night owl, so I'll generally have something later on. But when I wake up in the mornings, I've never been a breakfast person. And you say, I'm behind the Adams Bakery. The Edam's Bakery. Where's Edam's Bakery? I'll have to Google. What? Not sure where Edam's Bakery is. We've only been here a couple of weeks. We were living up in Combardo before, so I'm still getting a fay with what everything is around here. But I think I know where you are. I think Edam's is quite a famous one. I know it's on Google's maps. I've seen it pinned. I think that's a little bit further up from us. How long have you been in Bekong, mate, or in the Philippines? Yeah, so have you ever had sardines on toast? None of the tuna comes in tomato sauce over here, does it? I've never seen it. When you say you're behind Edam's Bakery, you mean you live there, don't you? Mean you're not hiding behind the bakery, are you? It's in the bushes. Where's Edam's Bakery? Why don't you whack it in the Google, my sweet stuff, and then you'll know.
How do you spell it?
Edam's, as in the cheese, I imagine. Edam's Bakery. EDAMS Bakery. My technical assistant is just going to Google it. If you head towards a city, there's a place with a ton of trucks. It's a cement factory. I'm behind there. I think I know where you mean. I'm pretty sure I know where you mean now. Ellen is about to pass me the Google Maps when she found it, and I'll know for definite. Neil Michaels, you must have high metabolism to stay slim while eating a lot at night, and plenty of Cavasas too. Have you told Ellen your trick? I don't, mate. I'm piling on the weight. I'm pear shaped. I've got love handles, mate. It's I've got to lose the weight, but yeah, I've never been one to like pile that much weight. I used to be into weightlifting and that, and I could never put on a lot of muscle. I got quite strong. I could bench press quite a lot for my size compared to other people who are bigger. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm a weird metabolism. There you go. Neil's having a go at you there. I think he says, "Have you told Ellen your trick?" So that seems to be that he's suggesting that you're putting on weight. Have I told you my trick not to put on weight? Ooh, cheeky. You're right, though, mate. Have you found it these days? Have you found it yet? Well, show me. Show me. Show me. Just give me your phone. There we are. Thank you very much.
Close to Krispy Kreme.
Oh, the third. There. You're close to the thirsty dog then. I didn't know that was Bekong. I thought that was Dumagetti. But it's after the native. Well, the
I
native.
think native is still bakong.
Yes, but after the native, there is the sign saying you're now entering Dumagetti. You know, because you get past the
Oh,
native.
maybe that's vanilla Dumagetti, not vanilla
Yeah, so
bakong.
you're in Banalad Dumagetti, not Banalad Pecan. That would make sense. Right. And in fact, these days for breakfast, I'm finding myself eating eggs and tomato and toast for breakfast, and chicken rice for dinner. I'm keeping. Can you hear me now, fellas? My battery must have died on my. Yeah, my battery has died on my thingamajig, and I've lost my battery now. Can you hear me now? Where is my?
Wait, they're gonna stop it. Just leave it for now.
I don't want to lose it. Oh, it's here. It's here. What's the matter with you?
They're gonna see you're on these.
I don't care. Why does that
See
matter?
that? Jesus. Oh my god, time.
I don't know why you made such a fuss. See, now the views have gone up now. I've got my free show. Anyway, there you go. Neil Michaels, Ellen cut your mic after the comment about her weight. Yeah, hear you now. Okay, sounds good. Adam Fenty, free show. Yeah, you're not going to see my dancing show again. No, I can't believe I left the camera on that night. That was bloody. I didn't leave the camera on. It came back on without me switching it off. Neil Michaels, we see you undies. The plastered finger or just muted. Keka, bastos.
You know what bastos is?
No. Naughty. Oh, yeah. Anyway, Andrew CJY, mound is blown. Just checked. All this time I thought was Bekong, but no, I'm in Banalad Dumagetti. Yeah, because once you get past the native, that's when Dumagetti starts. Because we're literally we're on the border. So as soon as I saw Thirsty Dog, I'm thinking that's not in Bekong. That's in that's Dumagetti. Neil Michaels didn't know it was that kind of channel. Well, it can be if it gets the views. I've got nothing against that.
They're gonna see you.
Plastered finger. Keep your pants on, for goodness sake.
Woody pants.
Glenn, you're being censored. LOL. Sammy, yesterday I made Louisiana style boiled peanuts. So good, brilliant. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look into that because I'm supposed to be eating peanuts. That they're good for me. Sesame seeds, peanut nuts are good apparently for your prostate. So we'll do that. And there's a guy who sometimes comes to the quiz, a little Filipino guy, and he sells bags of peanuts. So we could get a couple of bags of them, and we could do that. Thank you for the suggestion. I know it wasn't a suggestion, but thank you for the suggestion. You've given us an inspiration. Adam Fente, Andrew, did you find a Filipino in Dumagetti? Right. That's a very good question, Adam. And also, what country are you from, Andrew? Because I'm guessing the Andrew CJ, you're Polish or something, but maybe that's just Andrew as in CJ, your initials. I don't know. What are you saying to me, sweetheart?
Turn off the AC.
Are you cold?
Yeah.
I'm quite hot. And Adam, I'm 37, not keen to settle down. Many fun dates, but don't want a girlfriend. So what do you do with your time, Andrew, if you've been here 2 years? I've not bumped into you, have I? Have we met? Why don't you come to my quiz nights at Sideways? And how many likes have we got? We got 36 likes, Ellen, when we did promise that we would do a dance. So I promised on your behalf. An Aussie. Andrew is an Aussie. I do like Aussies. I do. I've met some. I've not.
Speak in their accent.
Speaking whose accent?
In Aussie accent.
Don't be fucking stupid.
Please.
I
like
just
the
did.
Ones on the YouTube,
I am doing. What do you think I'm doing? I just said don't be fucking stupid. Why do I want to speak like that for?
Come on, give it like 5 minutes.
I am talking Aussie.
Not now.
G'day, sport. Yeah, I've not met a bad
Aussie.
Oh, will you stop, woman? Stop! You're driving me nuts.
Please.
I am talking Aussie. Why do you want me to make a fool of myself?
No, but like, I just want you to do that.
Anyway, I just did. But I've not met a bad Aussie over here. Most of 90% of the people, 95% of the people I've met here have been very good. But most of the nationalities here, I have met at least one dick. Haven't met a bad Aussie. And in front, it makes sense. I'm 30, but was in the fields last year for 6 months. I found Cebu City a lot better for dating, but found Dumaguete too slow. Did you find have you found Cebu better for dating? Well, there you go. You would not see me around. I've been coming and going. Good friends with Scotty Boy. Really? There you go. I didn't know Scotty Boy had many friends. And I don't say that sarcastically. It's just whenever I've seen him out and about, I don't know him very well. I mean, we did a video on that together a while back and saw him the other day when I was interviewing someone down at the where did I interview Lachlan? Down at the Henry. But he's a bit of a loner. I didn't really know he there you go. You learn something new every day. Whenever I've seen him, he's always been by himself. I'm selling bike in December, then back on the travels. Okay. Right. Well, again, the chat has dried up. So hold on. For some reason, it's coming up quicker on the phone. It's distracting me because it's coming up on the phone quicker than it's here. Neil Michaels, is Ellen going to be a proper bingo girl? She needs to learn some silly dances. Now, I don't know if we're going to do the bingo. The novelty has worn off a little bit, but yeah. It's trouble is, it's got a machine doing the bingo call. It's not the same. It needs a person to do it. Stephen Smith, did you used to sing with the Clash? Well, funny you should say that. No, I didn't. I am not Joe Strummer. Damn good, damn fine group though, the Clash. Damn fine group. They are up there in my amongst my faves. So it would not be an insult to say I reminded you of Joe Strummer. Adam, I'm actually studying a lot on Cambodia. Well, there you go. You're talking to the right people. I had a bit of time in Cambodia. Some happy days there. Adam is in Siem Reap at the moment, which is where I used to be. Cambodia's got a lot going for it. Simaris also spent a lot of time here in Cambodia and Thailand. Oh, Simons. Yeah. More time in Thailand. I was nearly 8 years in Thailand. But I don't know. If you put all my time together in Cambodia, it probably comes to about 2 years in total. Because I moved around a bit. It was like kind of a base Siem Reap. I was using it for the visa runs. So I'd go there for a few months each year. And in fact, I've enjoyed my time in Siem Reap, but I'm getting ready for Vietnam. Yes, and hopefully we're going to see you at Christmas, because when we go to Vietnam, if you are in Ho Chi Minh, Adam, it would be great to meet up with you. I'll even let you buy me a beer, because I'm that kind of guy.
Simon.
It was a joke, Ellen. Calm down, young lady. And in fact, I'll spend a month in Saigon and probably move back to Da Nang in January for good. I do like that you call it Saigon. I do like you call it. Old habits die hard. I call it Ho Chi Minh because I'm a modern guy. But I suppose some places do. Do some people refer to it as Saigon when you're over there? I don't know. I'd say looking forward to going though. Anyway, Angela, nice. I was back on the 4th to Bali 4 years before here. Never been to Bali. I've got a couple of friends that live over there, or a friend who's just gone back there, but never been to Bali. Never fancied it. But it's always the way, just because, you know, I'd probably love it, but I haven't been there. Right, I am going to end up now. I'm gonna call it a day because the coffee has run out and the food is getting colder. It has been fantastic talking to you, chaps. I am really happy that you joined us. It's always great to have a chat with all of you. I'm a bit worried what happened to Jack because he usually says goodbye, but I hope his back hasn't caused him problems. But yeah, Neil Michaels, Ellen has morphed into a hands-on channel producer, keeping you on track. Yeah, she has got good. Adam Fonte, yeah, Ho Chi Minh is the official name post-Vietnam unification, but locals still know it as Saigon and still have the label on businesses. Do you? There you go. Well, then I shall call it Saigon because it is less of a mouthful than Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, Saigon it is going forward. Yeah, take care, Andrew. Plastered fingers. Thanks, mate. I'm going to go through the names now, but of course, if I go through the names, I'm going to forget someone. I'm going to feel bad. Simon didn't stay long tonight either, did he? Simon disappeared, and Jack disappeared. They probably got better things to do. I don't blame them. Yeah, thanks, Adam. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Glenn. Plastered finger. Good night, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button. Wow, 40 likes. I think that's close to a record. Much appreciated. If you're still there, you haven't gone, smash the like button. But only if you liked it. If you didn't like it, don't do it. I only want happy people to smash the like button. But anyway, whether you do smash the like button or whether you don't, I'll just read out one last message. Cheers, Simon. Only caught the last part, but good as always. Have a good week. Thank you, mate. Glad you enjoyed it. You too. Adam Fenton, good night, everyone. Last finger night, mate. Glenn, thanks again. Cheers. Yeah, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe, be lucky, have a fantastic week, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next live stream, which will probably be Wednesday. Take care, chaps. Thanks very much. Bye.
I like that.